Hi there and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to have a flip through of my completed December journal. I am so excited to share this with you. This is, I think, the third year in a row that I have completed a December journal after trying for about 15 years previous. So it's taken a long time for me to get into the flow of it, but now I know how to really get into a December journal and do it till the end and not give up partway through. So I'm going to share a few little tips with you today whilst we go through this completed journal, and hopefully it will help you in the future. So I was going to undo it, but actually let's just have a look at it before I open it up. So it was one of my little December kits, which I do each year. I love doing these, and each year I do a slightly different one. So this year we did one with a little bit of a spine. Didn't go too chunky, but I'm really pleased. It's one that excites me when I look at it. Look, it looks so cute. I like all the bits and pieces. I like all the different textures and layers. Yeah, let's jump into this. I've called this one Christmas Stories because that's exactly what it was. We've got the ribbon here to undo. I like all the bits and pieces like this. I love texture. So we started off at the very start when we went to buy our tree. This one was very much a junk journal. I believe in doing a journal to suit your needs. Our needs this year, we've just moved house and I didn't have a lot of time on my hands. So I also didn't have all my stash out. So I've kept it very minimal, used a lot of junk, and it feels quite different to my other journals. But the fact is, I finished it on the 1st of Feb. I try and get them done by the end of January. This year was the 1st of Feb, which to me is just as good as, but the main thing is I finished it, which is a big thing for me because that's always, like I said, been my issue in the past. So this was the little tag on the tree that I've used. I had some lovely happy mail from my friend Emma, so I've used quite a lot of her bits and pieces in here. I'll leave the link to the videos below, but you can see each page as they're created. This was some of the envelope from my friend Emma, and I even took like the washi tape that was on her envelope as well. This was, I make my patrons a little gift, like a little happy mail pack each month, and we made some, or I made some little journal cards for them one particular month. So this was one of the journal cards that I used, or well, that I kept for myself. Let's slot that back in. And this is part of a little envelope, but I haven't, or the bag, I haven't actually used that, but you could if you wanted to. And then this is also part of the envelope as well. Look at those stamps. Christmas stamps are so handy to use in journals. So if ever you've got any, keep them. Look at the colour they've added. They're amazing. This is the back of the little baggie, which I've used there. But again, I could have used this as a little pulley out. To make it tighter, I could have just popped some staples there. We've got my KitchenAid mixer, and I've used a little bit of fabric. I think this fabric came from my friend Luce, that was also in some happy mail. And more of the washi from Emma. The little heart was from Emma's stamp. I journaled this right at the start of our move when I hardly had anything out. So I really was just grabbing whatever I could find. Look at that when you look at the journal like that. Doesn't that look amazing? I love that. All those layers, those staggered layers. Then we've got Aid here. First Christmas mug of the year. And that flaps open. And then we've got just a couple of little bits. I've got a doily here. So you've got one side there and the other side will appear somewhere else in the journal. I like doing things like that. But here, and then I've journaled a little bit on some music paper here. This is the other little part of the Christmas tree tag. This one was a really fun page. I picked up one of the free magazines in a garden centre, and I used it in here. I used quite a few bits and pieces from there. I've used the other part of Emma's envelope, taken that off here. Little tag. This was some fabric from Luce, and I've included the garden centre receipt here as well. Look how sweet. I like this page. This page makes me really happy. And journaling on the inside of the envelope is really fun. I like that a lot. We've got a little bag here. I haven't actually put anything in there, but do you know, I have still got receipts and bits and pieces, so they would be ideal. My mum gave me some candles, advent calendars. I popped the packaging in the front there, just stuck down the sides and the base, so we use that as a pocket. And the tags were sent to me by my lovely friend Isabel, and I've used, whoops, those there. And the little card was from some gift wrap that I've reused. We've got our Christmas mugs. Had a little visitor. My little great niece came to visit, so I've popped her in there. This was also amongst Happy Mail that I've used here as well. So that's all been included. Look, there's another one of those tags from Isabel, which we can flip open. We've got the vellum page, which I've just popped the little car on. That was on the gift wrap on here. Now, I've used quite a lot of Christmas cards this year, which I don't always do. This one here, look at the reindeer. I love that. Flip that, and I've journaled on the back. This page here was a book page that I have just painted on a little bit and journaled on. Fabric from the kit, which I have stapled on the top. And this was actually from one of the kit zines. Really, really loved that quote. And this was on there as well. So I've just cut that out from the kit zine. You get those if you buy my monthly kits. There's always bits and pieces you can cut out and use. Really happy. We don't do gifts, but we treated ourselves to some new duvet mattress protector and pillows, which we are in love with, from Premier Inn. So I took a photo of those, and that's us laid that on our bed, feeling very, very happy with our new purchase. And I tried something different this year. I was making life a little bit easier for me, making a few shortcuts, and there's nothing wrong in doing that. I used the kit zine for a recipe. I really, really enjoyed this recipe this year. Usually I would maybe write it out, make it look cute. This year though, I just cut it out and popped it in there, and there's absolutely nothing wrong in making life easier for yourself. If you're struggling sometimes to find for things to journal about in your December journal, I sometimes go really easy. I got my nails done and I documented that. Time for a bit of self-care is what I called this page. I didn't do very well with my Christmas movies this year. I did save them all. I could write them out. I haven't done it. I'm not going to pretend that I did, but last year I did. This year didn't do that, and that's absolutely fine. If I want to go back and do it, I can, but it's not something that I'm going to lose sleep over, to be honest with you. Baking, I didn't journal everything either again, but I journaled some of the good bits, and again, that's absolutely fine. At the end of the day, it's not a competition. It's your own personal journal. You don't have to prove anything to anyone else. It's your work, and as long as you're happy with it, that's the main thing. And I'm happy with the stories that I've told, so that's important to me. Did a page. I like to do a page about new Christmas decorations, so I've documented them there. And then we have got this one here. This is a Christmas shopping list, and I actually use this. I keep this little notebook for the shopping list every year, so I don't use it up. Then it's gone in the drawer ready for next year. And this is my Christmas shop list. Popped it on here. There's a little photo on the back as well. I thought that was cool to keep, and I've got a little bit of screwed up fabric there as the tab. So I like keeping things like that. And I've even got my receipt in here as well for my shopping. I made this little envelope. I wanted to see the receipt. So this was tissue paper from the kit. So I've stuck down the 3 sides and just popped it inside. And then taken the top of one of the little shopping lists and popped it on there as well. I like having a little Christmas shopping list. Right, we have got a little pocket here. There's some fabric there. And there's one of Isabel's tags that pops through. Really, really easy page. A piece of stapled fabric. Does it get much easier than that? I think this one came from Lindsay. And I documented our Patreon Zoom there. And yeah, the page is just stapled fabric with a couple of stickers. That's it. This side, I cut a heart out and framed our son in there. That's when we picked our son up from uni to come home. went and got a KFC bucket. I've used a book page here. I wanted it to remain a book page, but I couldn't have written straight on it because you wouldn't have been able to see the journaling. So I got a tiny bit of paint, white paint, just brushed it over. The paintbrush was almost dry, it wasn't wet, but it was enough to cover up so I could journal over the top. On the other page here, we've got a little robin from a Christmas card that is a flip and journaled on, and a few other bits and pieces. This was an envelope sticker, which I've used there. This was gift wrap. We've got a little paper bag from a bakery, and this was our little trip out with the kids. And I've used a Christmas card here. I really liked the wording from the Christmas card. We've got a little receipt there when we went out with them for lunch. This is still a bit cinnamony inside, but I think it's cute, and I've journaled on the back. See, it doesn't have to be perfect. I love the scribbled lines to journal on. For me, that's perfection in itself. The rest of a Christmas card here. These little red tabs I've used are actually from toothpaste boxes. That opens out, that's the remainder of the card. And that flips as well. We've got another postage stamp. Little bit of ribbon there. That was from, I think it was from my Christmas swap last year in my Facebook group with Ali. I kept the ribbon, it's so cute. This has absolutely nothing to do with anyone apart from the fact, oh, anything to do with anything, I mean, it was something that Aid bought in Primark, but he loves he loves peanuts, Snoopy, sorry. So I popped that on there, I thought that was cute. Here we've got another page, some more photos. We've got some biscuit packaging here, which looks really cute. More Christmas cards. I think this opens. No, maybe it doesn't. I forget what does what. And that opens like that. This like here. And then we've got little tags and the receipt and a business card in here. That was our Christmas Eve. This page was actually made from a Primark shopping bag. You know, the paper ones, the free ones they give out. And this was a Costa gift card that my mum, she bought us some Costa, what do you call it, a Costa gift card, don't you? Yeah, that's it. So I've used that as well, and that's part of a Christmas card there, punched out and journaled on about our Christmas Eve. And then we've got photos that flip out, and this is actually the back of the Primark bag as well, which I've journaled across, all about our Christmas day. We go on to Boxing Day. It's a little, I made a little pocket there with a little gift bag. This was from some Happy Mail from my friend Luce. We've got more photos that I could have journaled under there, but I didn't need to. But I thought I would add the trimming so that when it sits out, that looks really cute. I love that. And then on the other page here, this is, and again, a cut down Christmas card. Got photos on the back. The folded bag then makes the perfect little pocket. This one here, this was a page from the journals that I sent out in the kits last month. I just took out one of the pages about our block toilet and problematic drains, and this page actually came from some chocolates that I bought at Christmas. Found a little piece of lace that I stapled on the side. I've got my brother's Black Forest Gatto, and this was in a printing order, like a little business card that came free. Got some ribbon here that was on a hamper, and that I could have cut that and turned that into a pocket as well, but I didn't. It's just so basic, everything. Piece of scrap fabric. I've got a bit of see more of that over here. Actually, that was from my gift from my friend Cheryl. Oh, we've got two pages here. Oh, there's the back of the doily. I've just popped a photo in of Aid and I. Haven't done anything fancy on there, and that is absolutely fine. Got some more journaling. I've turned this little bit. This was the back of a paper bag from the kit, and I've got a little piece to pull out to make baking with my sister. The little teddy bear was Happy Mail from Luce. We've got the back, another bit of the Christmas tree tag, and that was a panettone. That was the tag that came from my in-laws. We loved that, so I popped that on there as well. And that is the back of the journal. It's so basic, very junk journaly, lots of bits and pieces, lots of things that I found and collected. and I love every single piece of it. I'm so pleased. So that's it. It's a very, very satisfying feeling to finish a journal. It really is, especially a December journal, to get it done within a few weeks. I'm very pleased with myself, because I know that if I don't get it done, it will not get done at all. So that's why, for me, the most important thing to do with this type of journal is to keep it easy and just to get it done, get the stories told. That's what's important. Anyway, I will leave a link to the journaling videos below for you. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you're doing well with your journals. I've asked this question every single December journal video. How are you doing with your journal? Have you finished yet? What's happening? Tell me about it. I'd love to hear. But thank you very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll see you on Thursday with a new video. Take care. Have a great week. Bye.